Today's video is sponsored by Tokyo Treat and Sakurako. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have some pretty big information. I would, as always, take what is said here in this video and what you're seeing on screen throughout the rest of this video with a grain of salt. We have said that many times before when it comes to anything in regards to Xenoverse 3. And the reason is that this game, or this concept of a game, because it's not even real right now, there have been leaks about it and things over the past, I would say maybe like 5-6 years now that sound pretty good, right? But nothing ever really happens, right? We never get a reveal, we never get any additional information or follow-ups on it. And this is the first time since 2022 that we're actually getting some type of follow-up, right? Now, I am not saying that these are unreliable or anything, but I'm just saying don't always get your hopes up over this stuff. We're just talking about this because this is big news if it actually is true, and it's coming from many different people, okay? Primarily in the Dragon Ball French community. Shout out to Lewis M here, because they posted this, I think a few hours ago, and Devious Hype actually DM'd this to me and said, hey, check this out, maybe you might be interested in it. And again, there's no confirmation. Nobody really knows if this is true, right? So they say, info on Xenoverse 3 that I obtained from a reliable source in Japan and can now share. Now, there are a lot of weird things going on right now in the community for Dragon Ball. There's a lot of stuff to look forward to next year, mainly with Battle Hour, okay? Battle Hour 2026 is looking to be very stacked, okay? Cannot say what's going to be revealed there or what they're going to show other than just following up on DLC and just, special announcements for already existing games. But who knows, okay? They're, kind of gassing this event up as something big, so there could be a huge game reveal. There could potentially be anime-related stuff. I don't know, okay? No confirmation of that. But this is what they have right now, okay? Because we had something in 2022, and there wasn't really any, additional info. This is actually showing stuff, that is part of the game, right? So it's well in development. Numerous delays in some aspects have been completely redone from scratch. That's huge. Graphically, very beautiful. It's almost too good to be true, you know what I mean? A playable version already exists. All right, man. All right. Now, when they say a playable version, it could just be a very, very early beta, right? For people to be playing, I mean, not people, but developers and, potential, beta testers and shit, right? Trying out the game, trying to find bugs, trying to, locate and see, okay, what are the issues right now that we gotta, fuck around with, right? Now, this is, I would not believe this at all. Release in 2027 or 2028, okay? Yeah, really don't put too much stock in that. Obviously, this is just a little concept. This isn't official artwork or anything, right? This is that Xenoverse 3 logo that you can just find on Google. It's a PNG, and they changed the color of it to blue instead of it being green. And then we have Super Saiyan Blue Goku here with all, yeah, these are all just stock images and shit, right? Now, I'm making this to give you guys my thoughts, right? This is all public information you can see. Shoutouts to Supervillain Geek. I've covered stuff from him before. He also says that he can confirm what he said is true. Xenoverse 3 is indeed in development. There have been delays, and it hasn't been easy because some things were complex to achieve. The graphics will be magnificent. That's crazy, man. That's a crazy statement for Xenoverse. But it would make sense, right? If you're going to be making the third iteration, you got to... And I mean, not just the third iteration, but with this many years, I'm talking almost a decade later that we have waited for this game. It better look fucking amazing, right? It better not just be the same shit that we had from the previous two games, right? No precise release date at this time. So they're saying there's no release date, but, and maybe, I do apologize, maybe it's Louis. I'll just call him Cliffer. I think that's how you pronounce it. They were saying 2027, 2028. So, that's why I said just date-wise, don't believe anything. Venixis here, who has been covering a lot of Dragon Ball news content and stuff. They said, rumor reached me some time ago as well. I can't confirm it personally, but that's what several people from France are saying. So there's no one else around the world that has been really talking about this. I don't know who their source is, who this person's source is. It's somebody in Japan, right? So, I mean, yeah, that would make sense. If you're going to be getting information about anything for leaks or anything that's being developed, it would have to come from Japan first, right? But, I mean, some of this stuff, it could fall in line with things that make sense, right? But Tokyo Treat is a monthly pop Japanese snack subscription box where you will get up to 20 of the exclusive limited edition and seasonal flavored Japanese snacks, including Japanese instant ramen and drinks that are only available in Japan for a limited time. While Sakurako is a monthly Japanese artisan snack box that supports local Japanese snack makers, each box coming with 20 traditional, authentic, and artisan Japanese snacks, including Japanese teas and a special Japanese tableware. All right, so fall is officially here, and we got some Halloween-themed stuff, primarily for the Tokyo Treat box. Before we get into these Kit Kats, which are apple pie, that's peak, that's a banger. We're gonna steep this teeth from Sakurako here, which we also have a couple snacks. This right here is the Sakurako Cross Hagiri. Looks like. We'll go ahead and steep that. Hot water here. Get that going. And we'll have that off to the side. Let's try out these Kit Kats. I'm really excited, dude. Apple pie Kit Kats is crazy. Wow. Okay, that is a strong apple smell. Almost like a green apple kind of candy aroma to it. I'll just take like one little side bite. Very creamy. Okay, now I'm getting it. The apples hit you first, and then comes kind of like all the spices and stuff. That's pretty good. Let's get a little bit of this tea. Not bad. All right, now for Sakurako. Now this is crazy. These are apparently soybean, like the soybean skin, like the skin, and then they I guess deep fry it. They're chips. They're chips, okay? And then it's like I think it's salted. Wow. They smell like chips, but they're soybean chips. You ever had that? That's a very unusual thing, right? Now this is like super bubbly. Try to get a piece that's not like crushed like crazy. Here, that's a pretty decent piece. You can see it. See how bubbly it is? And it's salted with pepper and salt. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can definitely taste that. The soybean flavor, that doesn't taste like normal chips, so might be a little bit weird for you at first, but I like it. I like this kind of stuff. All right, and finally for the Sakurako little tableware item, this one is, it's called the Neko Furoshiki, which, assuming that's supposed to be like a cat? I think that's the Neko. Is it Neko or Nico? I think it's Neko. It is. Oh, that's cute. Look at this. So it is a full, like, cloth. I don't know if you can really see it, but they're little kitties right there. Look, little kitty. This is cool. So yeah, you can like wrap up like some boxes, like a bento box or something, or if you want to just nice little tablecloth. Nice. This month's theme for Tokyo Treat is the Snacktacular Halloween. It's time to trick or Tokyo Treat with this month's theme. Each year, Japan launches limited edition Halloween snacks like these terrifyingly tasty apple pie Kit Kats, creep in crispy corn bites, Ghoulicious garlic chips, Halloween custard cake, and Tabeko trick or treat biscuits. Add a frightfully fun twist to your Halloween with these ghostly goodies from Japan before they vanish. This month's theme for Sakurako is the Nikko's Autumn Splendor. Nikko is a place where nature and history meet in breathtaking harmony. As the air becomes crisp, the forests and temple grounds transform into a brilliant shade of crimson, amber, and gold. Marvel at Japan's captivating Koyo, or autumn colors, as Sakurako brings you this season with the most vibrant flavors like sweet potato yokon, momiji manju, walnut mochi, and regional delicacies like nikoyuba chips. And these are carefully curated snacks excellently pair with the autumn sencha, and each box comes with beautiful neko furoshiki made to bring you good fortune and prosperity. If you have any allergies, be sure to look in each box with the cultural booklet, which lists off all of the allergen information.
See, use code SLOWS to get $5 off for your first Sakurako box through the link down below in the description, and also to get $5 off for your first Tokyo Treat box, also down in the link in the description below.
Let me just say this, okay? We've been here before, right? We have been here before. In the past, all right, I think this was back in, July of 2022. You guys remember this one? Xenoverse 3 is in development, expected to release around 2024. Now, we all know that shit didn't happen, right? But I've always believed that a Xenoverse 3 has been in development, right? It really does make sense to me. I don't see why a Xenoverse 3 wouldn't happen. It's the biggest Dragon Ball game to ever exist, alongside Dragon Ball FighterZ and maybe even Sparking Zero. And there's just too many people who are still playing this game. If it's getting 10 years worth of support, why would they not make a 3, right? Even a game like GTA, right? A series like that. GTA 5 lasted like 500 years. It's been like, what, 20 fucking years now at this point? Okay, maybe, no, not that long. That came out, I think, in like, what, 2012, 2013? Or maybe it was, I think it was 2013 GTA 5 came out. So it's been going on for a while, and they're just now about to release GTA 6 within the next, year, as long as there are no delays, right? Now, like I said, there are games that will last a very long time. They'll constantly be getting support and everything, and this is just kind of like just feeding the fire slowly, little bits of content, not little bits, but, DLC packs, we get 2 of them a year, right? Right now, here's the current roadmap of Xenoverse 2. And what we know that is confirmed 100% that is coming. We have 2 more chapters. The 3rd chapter is releasing literally within 14 days from now. Okay? So once that's out of the way, we have Chapter 4, and that's it. And Chapter 4 is likely, if we go based on the pattern of releases for at least the past few DLCs, at least when it comes to these 4 chapters, okay? Chapter 4 should be coming out around early summer or late spring-ish of 2026, okay? That could be anywhere from late April to early June, right? Usually they drop those DLCs in May. Past few years, it's always been May. So if that is the case, then Battle Hour of 2026 could just drop the reveal. This is the thing here. This is the thing, okay? Let's say Chapter 4 releases before Battle Hour. Let's say they have, for whatever reason, they're, hauling ass to get this out here as soon as possible, right? So that would be, let's say it drops like early April, because Battle Hour is late April, right? And they could even drop it in the spring, right? Like in March, okay? No confirmation. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, they could do something like that. So if that's the case, then what's going to be shown at Battle Hour, right? I'm just saying, because Chapter 4 right now, as far as we know, is the last major DLC to release. And they could easily make more and make another announcement. Oh, we have more DLC coming, right? They could always do that, and they likely will. They likely will, right? But what if we get our first? Let's say all this is true. Okay, the fact that they're this far in development, saying well in development, and there have been numerous delays, okay? If there have been numerous delays, then this does fall in line with this same exact leak from Chronicles. The plan was probably 2024, and they were like, all right, let's just do Sparking, our big Dragon Ball game will be Sparking Zero to go alongside Daima right now, right? And they were like, let's delay this. We're having issues. Games get delayed, y'all. Games get delayed. And they still have a team working on DLC for Xenoverse 2, right? So let's just say that. So if it's well in development, and the plan from what we're seeing here is 2027 or 2028, that would actually kind of work quite well. It would fall into place well, right? If this is the plan and all that is true, all this stuff would line up pretty good, in my opinion, right? Again, I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. I'm not saying that's true. I'm just saying the idea of it sounds really good, right? Because if they're this far in there, we get a teaser at Battle Hour, and I mean a teaser, like just a, hey guys, it's coming. That's it. Like nothing like where it's like, oh, here's an actual like gameplay footage and all that shit, right? You know, kind of like what we had with Sparking Zero in 2023. Battle Hour revealed Sparking Zero for the first time. We didn't know what the name was. We didn't know what was going to be included in the game other than Goku going Super Saiyan Blue in that, and it's part of the Tenkaichi series, right? That's all we knew, and that's all we needed. That's really all we needed to know and see for the first time. So they could do the same thing with this. If they just show, oh, it's Xenoverse 3, we have our third installment of Xenoverse, we know this shit's going to be peak, right? Like, we're talking, we're getting CAC overhauls potentially, lots of new story, new characters and shit. And the thing with this is, we've always said, and I've personally believed this, that a Xenoverse 3 wouldn't come unless we got some new anime, like an ongoing anime. And that's always on the table. But the rumor right now kind of being that there's like a movie in development or something. I really don't know, okay? I really don't know. But I still don't believe that Xenoverse 3 needs a new anime to be able to, you know, be produced, right? It would be in their best interest to do that because it helps with, you know, selling new content and, you know, there's more incentive to get this. But if they're overhauling the game, like what is being said right here, some aspects have been completely redone from scratch. That's huge, right? That is huge. Xenoverse 2 is an almost 10-year-old game. This shit released in 2016. The age is showing. It's been showing for a while, right? We're already on a new generation of consoles. The next generation of consoles is going to be releasing probably by the time this comes out, right? So this might be one of those where they have it a PS5 version and then they'll have a PS6 version, right? I'm not even joking. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but there have already been rumors and things of the PS6 already being planned to come out within the next year or two, right? Which, as crazy as that sounds, you know, they gotta push things forward. Things are moving forward, right? Like, I know time is moving by fast, y'all, and things are happening for Dragon Ball especially, right? I don't want to get my hopes super high when it comes to Battle Hour. I do think it's going to be a pretty awesome event, just from everything that we already know right now. Like, that is confirmed to be there. But this, if they announce or they have our first teaser and announcement of Xenoverse 3 at Battle Hour, 2026, it's over for every other fucking series in the world, bro. I don't even care. If we get a Xenoverse 3 and they potentially have a new movie or an anime on the way or some shit, oh, fuck me, bro. Fuck me sideways to the moon. Like, that shit would be the most legendary thing ever. Like, that like, you won't be, people be saying, oh, we are so back for this, you know, getting some new DLC, we are back, right? No, we would really, truly, everyone in the Dragon Ball community would truly be back if they announced the Xenoverse 3 and we had some kind of new anime content coming as well, bro. Now, that is obviously that is a dream scenario. We're just talking, right? We're just talking, but yeah, all this could work quite well. Like, this is my idea, the ideal way to do things. Chapter 4 be the final DLC for this game, releases around, you know, the summer of 2026. We have the Battle Hour teaser of Xenoverse 3, and then they're just doing festival related content for the next couple of years to kind of hold us off until, you know, let's say Xenoverse 3 comes out in 2027 or 2028, right? And again, they could still do another year worth of DLC, right? There are still characters that can be produced, right? But Xenoverse 3, if there is no anime content, right? Because one movie isn't going to help. One movie isn't going to be really like pushing this game a ton, right? we gotta have like a new anime, like an ongoing anime for it. But if everything's being redone and for Xenoverse 3, and they're doing more original content, kind of like what they're doing here with, I know Ultra Supervillain and all that shit, it's the same characters just being slap a crystal and some black shit all over their body, and boom, we have a new character, right? But even that at least is something new. They're making new animations and attacks and stuff. So there is something there that they could be working on and give it more of an original story. They've been doing more original things for this game, within the past like 5 years now, right? So if they can keep focusing on that and going that direction, yeah, a Xenoverse 3 is absolutely possible, especially since everything would be, graphically improved, things be redone, gameplay mechanics improved, CAC overhaul system, right? Potential new races. Like, guys, we talked about it. We've talked about everything that this game could be. Not saying it will be like that, but a Xenoverse 3 is long overdue. It doesn't matter how many DLC characters they add to this game, how much more story they add to this game, it is still the same base game, right? They're just expanding on already existing shit. And Xenoverse 3 needs to redo a lot of stuff. Which that's what's kind of being discussed here, right? So if that's the case, big shit, right? Big major shit could be coming. But y'all let me know your thoughts and opinions about it. I just really wanted to talk about this, even though this could potentially not be true at all. I don't think that they are trolling. I don't think that these people who are talking about this are trying to spread a lie. I think they have too much, like, credibility in the community for at least France that they wouldn't want to fuck that up, right? So I think there's something here. Again, there's something here, but don't get your hopes up, right? But yeah, this is a good thing to talk about. I'll probably talk more about this in the future. Obviously, if there's anything else that gets discussed about it, like I said, we'll see what happens in 2026. Could be a big year or could just be absolute bullshit.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.